90.3 FM. Good morning to you. Welcome to the front page review. I have the headlines here. It's hot to give to you this morning. I'm going to serve it to you. Yes, I'll serve you the headlines from different newspapers in Nigeria, and then we'll talk the big stories. Rufai Hussein is my regular analyst on the program, so he's standing by for the analysis. The phone lines will be open. You call in and tell us what you think. What's your take on all of the headlines you hear this morning? And today's going to be a great day. You know why? Because God is in it. When you have God, everything is possible. So it's going to be a great day today. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. So let us begin. Let's start this morning. We'll start with the Daily Trust newspaper. I won't govern like a dictator, Fubara. CBN raises interest rate to 24.75. Army to bury soldiers murdered in Delta Wednesday. Also here in Daily Trust newspaper, Chinese who killed lover in Kanu sentenced to death. Gumi, what I discussed with security agencies when I was summoned. You get all of that in the Daily Trust newspaper. Now to the Punch newspaper this morning. CBN, EFCC probe banks firms over alleged forest racketeering. Unemployment responsible for rising banditry kidnapping of passenger tells the federal government. Slain soldiers for burial today. Military demands killers capture. NCC insists on SIM name deadline. Telcos bar lines Friday. Also here in the Punch, 24.5 interest rates. Private sector foresees higher inflation. Massive job cuts. Let's go to the Vanguard newspaper. Castina police rescue 5 kidnapped victims. There's a good story right there. Another headline from the Vanguard newspaper says that Navy foils attempt to smuggle 743 kilograms of drugs into Nigeria. 48 renounced cultism in Ogun. Lay down arms. Alleged assassination plot audio clip disjointed. Gani Adams. Negotiation with bandits. Give them a promising future. Shetima tells the federal government. Negotiate with bandits. Give them promising future. Shetima tells the federal government. Now let's move to another paper. In the Guardian newspaper this morning, CBN seeds growth for foreign capital inflow as Naira nears 1,300. Governor Lawa begs Tinubu to rescue Zamfara from bandits. Group demands apology from Fayemi over alleged uncouth remarks on Afe Babalola. And let's go to the Nations now. We're through with the Guardian. Now we're in the Nations newspaper. My house was ransacked by troops over Delta killings, says Clark. Now the writer to that story says 17 slain military personnel to be buried today. Rep calls for caution. Kidnappers should be treated as terrorists, says Tinubu. That story is in the Nations newspaper. Adams Igbo face off deepens despite Oni's peace move. Interest rate rises to 24.75%. It's in the Nations newspaper. And also we have here that governor says epic center, my state's epic center for kidnapping and banditry. Governor. Okay, that story is also here in the Nation's newspaper. We're not done yet. Let's go to ThisDay newspaper and take some headlines. Then CBN doubles down on monetary tightening again, raises MPR to 24.75% to curb inflation. Tinubu, we must treat kidnappers as terrorists. They are cowards. You get the story here in ThisDay newspaper. Let me see if I could bring one more story here. Nasima Wright Edu Cardoso says government borrowing from banks blocking private sector access to credit. Now we'll go to the Sun newspaper. In the Sun, we have here that PDP moves to sanction members who walked against Pool's victory. That story is in the Sun newspaper. Uzodinma urges comprehensive audit of abandoned project in NNDC state. And lastly, this morning, we have Abia to accommodate women farmers in proposed agricultural industrial land. Now, these are your headlines this morning from all of the newspapers. 7. I gave you from 7 newspaper in Nigeria. Now, let's connect with Rufai Hussaini for the analysis of the top stories. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We are broadcasting live from the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, number 42 Murtala Mohammed International Airport Road. And my name is Mary Onaife Edebi. Now let's go to the stories. I'm connecting with Rufai and we will talk this morning. Now we have here that army to bury soldiers murdered in Delta today, Wednesday. It's going to be happening today. And a sad incident that happened in Delta today will be the burial of the 17 soldiers that were killed in Delta. And also we have Clark talking this morning. A lot of us have been wondering, why have we not heard from Clark? He's from the Niger Delta. In fact, he's from that region. Well, he's not said anything concerning what happened in the Okwama community and all of that. So he's speaking this morning. He said, my house was ransacked by troops over the Delta killings. That's what he said. And the other statesman and national leader of the Niger Delta Forum, Chief Edwin Clark, has condemned military raid on his country home in Delta State over the recent killing of soldiers in the state. So in a statement yesterday, he recounted how he was called on the raid of his country home by military men in search of the linked to the killing of the 17 soldiers in Okwama village. And now the leader said someone who was later identified as the commanding officer of the Nigerian Army Division in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, apologized on behalf of the army for the raid. So he added that although his house was raided, but someone called him to apologize for that, because why raid his house and looking for the suspect? That speaks a lot. If not for this apology, you begin to hear maybe does he have a hand in it, what's really going on. But he said they raided his house, he condemned the killings, and he says also here that they've apologized to him for what happened. Now that is one of the news making the rounds here. Another one is about the rescue in Katsina State. It's a good story. Most times we give you stories of kidnappers and ransom and all of that, but this one is quite good this morning. Katsina police rescue 5 kidnapped victims. Now the Katsina State Police Command has rescued 5 kidnapped victims who were adopted on their way to Abuja, from Abuja to Zamfara State. So from Abuja, they were traveling to Zamfara State. And the victims were held captive in chains within Katsina Forest and were rescued on March 25th this year during a routine patrol by officers from the Kankara Divisional Police Headquarters. Now, the police commissioner, Mr. Aliyu Musa, gave a statement yesterday. He said the victims were initially adopted near Kushire village in Zamfara on March 9th. So March 9th, That was when they were kidnapped and they were rescued on the 25th. Yeah.
Bless you.
I have Rufal Seni on the line. Good morning to you.
Bless you, Mary. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
Bless God. Bless God, yeah.
Okay, great. I first of all gave the story about the soldiers that died in Delta State. They'll be buried today, laid to rest today. Or the soldiers.
It's a very sad one. It's a very sad one that they have to lose their lives that way.
Yes,
quite very sad one. We just hope we don't have a repeat of things like this in our country.
Yeah, and the armies are calling for the people, the perpetrators, the criminals that committed that act. And also we have a clerk saying that his house was raided because people came to the house to check if the people that killed the 17 soldiers were there. But later he said he got an apology for what happened, for his country home being ransacked like that.
Wow. It's a very sad one. It's a very sad one. You know, Ike Clark also wrote about the invasion of Ugeli and Kiaboda, and you wonder, yes, the army needs to go after these people, but also let us also respect the rights of the citizenry and not now make it about citizenry and innocent people should suffer for all of this. Anyway, some villages have started to be opened up. Have started opening up again. I think the army has been able to open up. I think there's Bomoto somewhere in Bayelsa. You know that there was also the military siege the other day. I think they've opened that up. So let's see how that pans out. But our commiserations go to the military.
Yeah, he does.
Also the civilians that lost their lives.
Yeah. Now, another story here. It's about, this is a good one, about Katsina police rescued the 5 kidnapped victims. They were rescued, I think, on the 25th of this month. They were kidnapped on the 9th, so they've been rescued. Here, Katsina police rescued them, which is a good one, 5 of them. And I want to marry that to another news here. We have Shetima, Chitu. He says Chitu, yes, to negotiate with bandits, give them promising future. Now, the former Minister of Communication, Adebayo Chitu, has urged the federal government to explore the approach of negotiating. Negotiation is a good one to deal with the crisis of banditry. That's what he says. He's bringing another angle. When you tell the bandits you give them a good future, you negotiate with them, that's one of the ways to cope the problems. And the president also said here, I think in the Sun or ThisDay newspaper, that we must treat kidnappers as terrorists, that they are cowards. That's a story here. And to marry that, because of time, another governor is calling on the president to help his state, that kidnappers are too much in that area. I think the Nasarawa state governor is saying that, please, I need your help. My state has become a center for kidnapping.
And that's the more reason why when people say we must negotiate, let's treat them as, what is it called? You see, most of these bandits are not even Nigerians in the first place. So why call for the need for amnesty and everything for them and all of that? You see, the fear I have is the attempt to equate this with the Niger Delta. Why call for the amnesty and all of that? These are just, they like criminals. And yes, we can have options as regards to crime and criminality, which also improving the economic conditions. But also forget that we must not just allow people just show that. Give them hospitals and everything. All the billions in kidnappers. So it speaks volumes. For them. These are just crime and criminality. That's just our society of this.
Thank you so much, Rufai. I think we're having a bit of a network, bad network there. Yeah, but I can hear you now. I think it's better. It's better. Let's move to another story here. We have here that CBN doubles down on monetary tightening again, raises MPR to 24.75% to curb inflation. Now, private sectors, they foresee higher inflation, massive job cuts because of this 24.5% interest rate. But to curb inflation. That's what CBN is saying, that they want to curb inflation. For that reason, that's why they raised the MPR to 24.75%. But when you look at what the private sectors are saying here, they are saying that this will lead to higher inflation and massive job cuts. Now, the hike in the Nigerian monetary policy rate, and which is the interest, is from 22.75%, has now been raised to 24.75% by the Central Bank of Nigeria, which will further accelerate the inflation that we're already facing, and that will lead to massive job cuts across the country. So, but the CBN is not saying it that way. It said that this will also help with the inflation. Now, this is an interesting story because given where we are right now as a nation, as the economy is suffering, as we are seeing the Naira recover, the Naira is trying to recover, appreciating. I think this morning I reported here that it's now exchanging for 1,350, which is quite good, but not taking us. We're not where we were before.
Let's hurry up.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Please, let's just hurry up. Please. I don't know. I can't trust the network here.
Okay, I'm talking about the MPR, the interest rate. It says here that interest rates have not been increased.
I mean, we knew to go up before. We knew we were going to go up before because you're fighting a lot of inflation, and the only textbook definition is raising interest rates when you're fighting inflation. If you look at the real rate of return, the real rate of return is in negative territory, and there's no way you would fight inflation without raising interest rates. And I think the mantra by the CBN yesterday is pretty much about the fact that interest rates have to equal inflation rate at some point. So everything to bring down inflation. And we saw it coming. Yes, it's going to be hard on businesses. Let's not deceive ourselves, because the rate of getting money and borrowing for businesses will definitely increase and jack up. But also we need to look at intended inflation that is making, disposable income in the pockets of people smaller by the day.
Mm-hmm. Great, thank you so much.
But other parameters were kept constant. CIR was kept constant. Liquidity ratio was kept constant.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how all of this will pan out, because what CBN is saying this will help to curb it.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I said we'll see how all of this pans out, because CBN is saying on one hand it's going to help to curb the inflation. Private sectors are saying that, in fact, there's going to be a lot of job cuts and a lot of unemployment. So this new rate, let's see how the economy will respond to this. Now, before I let you go, unemployment responsible for rising banditry, kidnapping, Obasanjo tells the federal government. The question I have for you is the unemployment rate in our nation. Do you think it's somehow part of why we are seeing more kidnapping, banditry? Do you think so?
Like they say in local parlance, all join. And there's no how you can devolve unemployment numbers from what is also happening. All join. So there's no how. There's no how you can devolve it. And that's why we say let's bring productivity back, let's bring jobs back, and let's try as much as possible to stabilize the economy.
Thank you so much, Rufai. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Bless you.
You're listening to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We'll continue this discussion, quite an interesting one. Another story here, it's about a Chinese man who killed the lover in Kano and he's been sentenced to death. Now, the case has been on for a while, and yesterday he was sentenced to death. Now, most times when we get foreigners commit a crime, we wait to see what will happen to them. Now, we have the Justice Sanusi Ado Maji of Kano State High Court sitting at Miller Road. Bumpai has found this Chinese national guilty of killing his girlfriend. And he committed this act in September 2022. He stabbed her to death during an argument because the lady, she was unfaithful, according to him, after spending so much money buying her a house, taking care of her and all of those things. And when he didn't have money, the lady moved on to someone else, got married to someone else. And so story was, I think it trended last 2022. Yeah, I think 2 years ago. But right now, according to report here, the man has been sentenced to death. Okay, that's it this morning. I'm going to open the phone line so that we can move the conversation forward. But before I do that, we'll go for a quick commercial break. And when I return, we'll start the conversation. We'll talk some more. We'll still have some stories here. For example, the NCC, they insist on same name deadline. Telcos bar lines Friday. So if you're SIM, if you haven't registered it or you don't have a NIN, Nigeria identification number, you don't have it yet, Friday here is going to be the deadline, which is 2 days from now. They're going to bar your line. So that conversation is still there. They said it some time ago, and then they barred some lines, and later they stopped. So they are insisting that they will go on with it. So if you haven't registered your line, you don't have a national identification number, you should please do that. So we'll go for a commercial break. When we return, the conversation will continue. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi.
Have you been thirsty for well-nourished, yummy pizza and couldn't find one yet? What you ordered versus what you get, right? I understand. Let me introduce you to the best pizza and premium ice cream in town, all the way from the US. Romeo's Pizza and Coldberry Ice Cream. So sweet, so yummy. Visit the new Romeo's Pizza outlet, 22 Latif Salami Street, Ajao Estate, by the Lagos International Airport Road. For more inquiries, call 0816 320 9783 or 0816 321 0945. Romeo's Pizza and Coldberry Ice Cream. The light in every school.
We understand that having no financial stability can be very frustrating as it limits your possibilities in life. So it's important that you take hold of your finances today. There are 1,001 ways you can get started. All you need is a guide. VOP has acknowledged this need and has provided a solution. Mary Onaife Edebi invites experts across various fields, and they are dedicated to helping you create lasting revenue. Join business around town every week, Mondays to Fridays at 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Voice of the People, now you have a voice.
Are you an insurance marketer, bank marketer, land agent, or you are interested in building a profitable career in the real estate sector? Trusted Choice, a real estate company with offices in Lagos and Enugu, is here to recruit sales executives, train them in real estate business, and make sure they excel in the real estate sector. Our Lagos office is at number 15 Adeleke Street, off First Bank Bus Stop, Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos. Interested candidates should send their names, numbers, and email to 0813 942 9875. Again, send their names, number, and email to 0813 942 9875. Don't miss this opportunity.
You're listening to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi, and this is the Front Page Review. I have a caller right here. Remember, the number to call is 0700 903 903 903. You could send a WhatsApp message to us 0817 1756 338. So you can start calling now. The phone lines are already buzzing. Good morning to you. Good morning.
Meticulous Mary, how are you?
I'm doing quite well, Mr. Darlington from Yana Baja City.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to hear your voice.
It's okay, my dear, yes. And what Obasanjo said, I disagree with him. It is not unemployment that is causing problem. Rather, it is insecurity and banditry that is causing unemployment, because the farmers in the north who are supposed to be gainfully employed, gainfully engaged, they are no longer in their farm seeds. All of them has run away from their farm seeds. They are either in Lagos or other safer places. So if you remove this insecurity, I'm sure all of them will go back to their farms. That is a fact. On what is going on in Niger Delta, it is very, very appalling, seriously. We are sympathizing with the military, but nobody is sympathizing with the people, the local communities there, whose life has been, in fact, messed up. It will take these people years to recover from what the military have done there. Because both their social life, their economic life, in fact, their religious life, everything is gone. It will take so many years for them to recover. Mary, as I talk to you today, if they do head count, over 1,000 people have been killed. And the multiplier effect is that the families of these people, they will be in pain for years to come. Some families may not even recover from what the military have done over there. Just because of carelessness, something wisdom would have prevailed. Now you are hearing the true story that a militant leader whom they refuse to rein in is the cause of this problem. The truth is coming out. If the military have taken out this guy, and as I'm still talking to you now, the guy is moving around freely. So when you have a state where people are lawless, where people are even bigger than the state, what do you expect? It's like what is going on with Gumi now. Look at what the federal government is saying, that he went to go and discuss how to stop banditry. What kind of talk is that? When did Gumi become a security agent to tell the security agent how to stop banditry? Did you study banditry in the university? Please, somebody should tell me. Look at how the federal government is pampering this man. And tomorrow, when he will cause his own problem, they will start looking for somebody to kill. Instead of going after the man who has been causing this problem. That is exactly what happened in Niger Delta. A militant leader, they have said it, they wrote petitions against this guy, but nobody paid attention. Even the chief of his community had to go and pay allegiance to him. You can imagine the level of audacity. And that was why that thing happened. Instead of the federal government to take action now and stop this thing from happening again, no, nobody will do that. Nobody will do that. Tomorrow, the same thing will repeat itself.
Thank you.
Start lamenting.
Thank you.
Why should a private person be controlling the military? Why?
Thank you.
That is the question here.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Darlington. Thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Good morning, my dear.
Good morning, Mr. Darlington. 0700 903 903 903 is a number to call to join the conversation. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mary.
Good morning to you. How are you doing?
I'm fine. This is Sudawood from Ijeoma.
Yeah, go ahead.
This military, why they like Niger Delta and East? Why they don't even go? They will go and they kill people for not go and secure this life over there. They go there and kill the innocent people. It's very, very painful. I'm not happy to hear all this news. But not people over there. They cannot go there and secure them there. According to this Gumi, I don't know whether it's bigger than the Nigeria. I don't know whether I control the Nigeria or president cannot. No. The APC government God will not take kindly with them. That's my contribution. Bye bye.
Thank you for your contribution this morning. Okay, 0700 903 903 903. Keep the calls coming in. You can also send us a WhatsApp message on 081 71756 338. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mary. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Mr. Ben. But how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Thank God.
Your voice is a bit dull.
I'm very sick since Saturday.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Ben.
Very.
No? Yeah.
Never sick like this before.
Oh, so sorry. You'll be fine. You're fine. Go ahead.
Yes, amen.
Mr. I think my mind, what Obasanjo said, Obasanjo is very wrong. I don't expect Obasanjo to talk like that. There is nothing that concerns poverty with the insecurity we have in Nigeria now. When somebody will pay 500 million ransom to rescue one person, look at that man at Ladi for the kidnap, he paid 500 million. Is it a poor person that is hungry that will collect 500 million? The other Methodist church bishop paid 100 million for his freedom. The other ones that were kidnapped, some pay 15 million. Some pay other chief scope of the passengers. Some pay 10 million, some pay 20 million. Is it not people that will be collecting this type of money? And tomorrow those people are staying in the forest. That is too bad. And look at what Shetima is saying now. That Shetima is saying that the government should handle the next Shetima tell us what the young government to do for these people to stop. Then they will be sympathizing with these people now, pampering them, and they will continue killing and destroying this country. What do you want? The vice president, when he was the governor, Kabiru Sokoto, was found with him, dining and whining with him, the man that killed Christians. One church is in the north, in Niger. The genocide was committed in Kabiru Sokoto, and he was fined, dining with this our vice president. And look at what he said in Nigeria, that federal government should rescue person party to Banditry, show them mercy, rehabilitate them.
Thank you.
Let them tell us how to do it so that they will stop all these things they are doing.
Thank you, Mr. Ben.
They are terrorists.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Ben. Even the president agrees with you that these kidnappers are terrorists, they are criminals. That's what the president said this morning. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning. Turn down the volume on your radio set.
Hello, very good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm fine. This is Jose calling from Akon.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Dozie. Go ahead.
This army depot that in Delta. I said, that's the government with all those people. What are they doing there? What are they doing there for Christ's sake? Look at what is happening in North. No soldier, we never had that soldier go here and burn anywhere or do this or do that. And people are sympathizing for soldiers that they kill. What about the ordinary people that they kill that same day? Why are we so? I don't know. Please tell the federal government, let them withdraw the soldier that is there so that people can rest. Many people are inside the bush now. They could not do anything. Even some people say they are dead inside the bush. Please, Mary, let them remove all those people away. Let them take them off so that people can have peace there. There's no war there. We are not fighting war. This is not like a place like a north that they are fighting with everything. I don't know what they are looking for east or for that Delta and anything concern east like that. I don't know. I don't know why federal what they put there. That they're disturbing every single thing like this. They capitalize on that and be killing people. But when it's better like this, they will be affected. That the passing government you are doing that. But they're still all these things. They could not do anything. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Darlington, for your contribution. Okay, I'm going to take some of the messages that we have here before I return to the calls. So let me read a few, then we'll get back to calls before I take more messages. This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. It's the Front Page Review. That's the program you are listening to right now. I want to start with Frank Onero. Frank Onero from USA says the PDP plans to sanction their members that sabotage the party's electoral prospect is long overdue. If they are serious, they will start by severely sanctioning Wike and his gang of 5 that spearheaded the downfall of PDP in 2023. May God help and heal our land. Thank you, Frank Onero, for your contribution. Prince Ayotek from Arena Market says, good morning, Mary. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. Katina, please rescue victims. And where are the kidnappers? Okay, are they invisible? Police should apprehend those kidnappers. Failing to do that means it's political. I concur with Mr. President by his statement that kidnappers should be treated like terrorists. In fact, they should die by hanging. I pray for the repose of the soldiers and may God give the families they left behind the fortitude to bear the loss. The cultists that surrendered their weapons should thoroughly be investigated. Prince Ayotek from Arena Market. Thank you very much. Now from HROH Bisunwoko Inoshodi says, good morning, Mary. Gumi's invitation is a mere formality after public outcry. It's unfortunate that Gumi has become too sacred and untouchable. If Gumi can have so many vital informations about bandits, Mary, I wonder what our so-called security agencies are doing. And for the death sentence on the Chinese that killed his lover, it is a welcome development and will teach others a lesson. From HRH Bisunwoko Inoshodi, thank you for sending your message this morning. We have Martin Sturu, aka Mayor from Ikotu Egbe, says, good morning to you all in the studio. Is Nigeria a failing state? To me, a failing state is understatement. The Nigerian state is a failed state already, a country where banditry, kidnapping, rape, insecurity, Boko Haram corruption, lawlessness, inflation, to mention a few, okay, is the order of the day. What do you call that? Martins, thank you very much for your message. I appreciate it. I want to take calls, but let me just take this one. This one is another interesting message here. Okay, this one says, Benjamin from Shogula says, good morning, Mary Crew. Now that we are reading on the pages of a newspaper that Naira is appreciating against dollar, I ask, is prices of goods and services coming down? Today, a bottle of water is sold for 200 Naira in Nigeria. Water getting out of reach of the common man in Nigeria. And we say we have government. This is where the government have taken us to, suffering and pains. May the Almighty God keep taking care of his people in Nigeria. Amen. Benjamin from Shogule, thank you for sending your message. Now let's get back to the calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Mr. Ikan. I don't think you are in Isolo today.
Yes. Your prediction is right. I am calling you now from Musi.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
Yes. Mary, my take this morning is concerning the NIS that they said the deadline will not be reviewed and they are not going to take part. Now, what I'm saying is that the kidnappers, the banditry, and all those people who are using phone to communicate with the people they kidnap, why can't they people trace them? Why can't they do the needful and make sure that all those people are being apprehended? It is very, very unfortunate that we are living in a country that are not working the way it ought to. Pantami was the minister of the digital economy, and he came and deceived Nigerians with all what he has been doing. At the end of it all, he just left. It is so sad. Like they say, take a message to just so we can't continue to all this kind of life that we are seeing. Imagine the soldier that was killed out of cowardice and whatever. It will be buried. Those people, they have families, they have loved ones at the expense of some careless people who could not do the right thing. And let me also tell you that whatever happens to this people, Nigeria is watching. Like has always been said, Buhari was the most luckiest president in this country that ruled this country for 8 years without nothing to do. This APC administration should be very, very careful. It should be very, very careful because we are not happy with the way things are going. And Mary is just about few days before you left this city. There's a prayer I want to do for you. And I will say, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good morning, Ika. Good morning. I didn't get the last part. I think the place you are quite noisy, but thank you. Okay, let me take other calls. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. You're on. What's your name and location?
This is Ifeanyi from Ikorodu.
Okay, Ifeanyi from Ikorodu. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Good morning. Well, I want to first of all start from the governor in the north that was saying that the kidnap is too much and all that. Any day they are ready to tell Nigeria the root cause of their problem, I believe that they will have solutions. Since that when people come to help them there, they will say they come to kill all of them. When you keep them quiet, they will start shouting that they are killing them. So any day you person that is sick, open mouth to tell people, this is the kind of thing that is disturbing me. I'm feeling headache or stomach. You know the kind of drug to give to the person. That is my own on that side. Then the second one is about the soldiers. In as much that as I condemn the killing of the soldiers, at the same time, I believe that no day that the Nigeria has fixed a law that soldiers are the one to make peace in this country. I believe if they want to talk of making peace, they will have go for soldiers, police, or go for judges to bring people in order to make peace. Not soldier, you are going to make peace and you are handling guns to go and make peace. So in as much as I condemn the killing of the soldiers, I also blame soldiers in that area. Now, a rabbi was saying this morning, because I was listening to him this morning, he said that those perpetrators or those that killed those people, they should be fished out and face the full wrath. Now, at the same time, if those people should see face wrath, despite all the killings happening there and burning all the houses and everything happening there, they are still telling them that they should face the full wrath, which is to flee the whole state. Now, what will happen to those soldiers that went there to burn houses and kill many people? Would they still also face the full wrath? Because now they have taken the law in their hands by going there to kill people, which they would have maybe go to court and they call the governor or others to know what to do about it. And they go there killing and burning houses. Will those soldiers that did those things also be fished out and face the full wrath? That is my question. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ifeanyi. Thank you very much for your contribution. Okay, 0700 903 903 903. For WhatsApp is 08171756 Hello, good morning. Okay, please call me back. Sorry, I lost that call. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Bozeman. How you doing today?
I thank my God. Thank God for the gift of life. Yeah, actually, I'm calling from Ilewe, Ikotu. What I'm saying is that if Nigerian government want to really fight our insecurity, they know what to do. Because they can't tell me that someone make somehow the statement, somebody like Gumi, make that statement, and they are asking him to come and answer query. Just they are begging him. Why are they begging him? So let Nigeria do the needful. Instead, this thing will be going on. I don't know when would all this thing will stop. So my own is that let the Nigerian government do the needful, so that these people will not spoil Mr. Tinubu tenor. Again, the soldier in Delta State, please, Mr. President, withdraw the soldier. Let him withdraw the soldiers. They are killing everybody, burn everybody. People are inside the bush. Is it the best thing? What happened has happened. Let them just follow the law, not to take law into their hands. And let them release Mazen Nandekanu. That man is not feeling fine there. Let them release Mazen Nandekanu. Thank you and God bless us all.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, hello, good morning.
Hello, Mary. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, Peter Monte. Good morning to you. How are you doing today?
Mr. Mary, I'm fine, but the days are ticking. I hope Rufai has withdrawn that joke he gave us the other day. Because today is 27. I know 1 year, Mary. I hope that joke has been withdrawn. Let me start my 2 minutes on that.
Change is the only constant thing in life. Change is very constant.
I know I will be talking with you, but I want him to come over and tell Nigeria that Mary will be here with us. Not the way she wants to go by herself. Now, Mary, my Bible, I'm a Christian, and my Bible tells me that any soldier that meddles into civilian affairs is not worthy of being a soldier. Number one. Number two, we have an executive elected governor in Delta State. if there was a distress call for peace, shouldn't the soldier have consulted with the executive governor of the state? Mary, remember when something happened here in Lagos State at toll gate? The soldier said it was the governor, someone who had invited us. Did the governor of Delta State invite the soldiers to go to Okwama? Did they invite the police? Did they invite the two communities who should have been there? So for me, the point remains that as we are shouting about the dead armies, we should shout about the dead people too. Because every Nigerian, every human being has red blood flowing in his body, and everybody is important before God. Let me tell you this, Mary. If I lost an innocent person to this military invasion, when I know that do you think I will be happy with the military tomorrow? Do you think I will see them and don't think of revenge? Mary, nemesis will catch up with everybody. And the law of karma will catch up with... See, if you do good today, good will visit you tomorrow. If you do evil today, evil will visit you tomorrow. If you kill today, the Bible says, it is appointed unto man once to die after that judgment. And those who kill by the sword will die by the sword.
Thank you.
Stop shouting this and face the economy of Nigeria. And finally, there is a cry from a governor of Zamfara that his state has become the epicenter of kidnapping. And Tinubu is telling me that the bandits should be treated as terrorists. So the first one that we're treated as terrorists, that he has a list. The government has a list from Dubai. What have they done with those terrorists?
Thank you.
I think they should save their stories.
Yeah, thank you.
God.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hello, good morning.
Thank you. Stop shouting this and save the economy.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sister Mary. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm fine. And you?
Okay. What's your name and location?
Yeah. This Zerenadi from Spain. I'm calling from Spain.
Okay, go ahead.
Mary, first of all, I want to ask her one question. I mean, concerning there's one time that was last year, I think last year or early this year, that some girls some ladies from Akwa Ibom State was going for their youth service in North and were kidnapped. Have they been released?
You know, that news we don't even know yet. There's not been a recent update on that news yet.
Okay. There was something I was saying last time when Rafai, I don't know if you remember, is when Rafai said it will be well for Nigeria. And Mr. Darrington yesterday touched what I wanted to say. I tried to call to clarify what I wanted to say. That is when the Nigerian journalists start doing what they're supposed to do by investigating before they coming to the press to announce what they after their investigation. What I want to say is what I mean is this: concerning army, who send for them to investigate first? Who send the army to that village to go and make peace? And if it's their work. Secondly, how many people have they killed that place? This thing happened in the Obibo last time. They went and they made sure that no press entered that village until they did what they did. After that, they went to Imo River and dumped their dead body. And nobody was able to say something or condemn what they did. And this is the same thing that they're doing to that Okoma village. It's very bad.
Thank you.
Now, our press, I don't know what they really want. They don't, unless they will just say that, let us do unless they become serious and they do their work. Nigeria, things will not work in Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mary. How are you?
I'm doing well. What's your name and location? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mary. I'm from Oshiri.
Okay, please, can you speak up a bit so we can all hear you well?
Okay. What I want to talk is about the insecurity. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
This insecurity we are talking about is about many people know about it and what it causes. The LOI says that he came to the power in order to remove Jonathan. And not only that, this man called Lubado, he said nothing else, all of them know about the insecurity. Because brought 2,000 force. Later they bring another 4,000 in order to pursue. all the areas in North, they know about it. They know about it. What are they going to talk about it? I went to say that we in the Easterners, we are the cause. They are the people. So the only time what they have to do that. They have to find a solution and about it. One boy is among them. It's all the Northerners and all their children. They know everything about it. They cannot tell us that we are going according to it. Let them stop this thing because they take and make the money.
Thank you.
They don't remove Ghana. Let them stop it now by themselves. Are they going to kill? See, that's my contribution today.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. Okay, I think I should go back to the messages here because our time is running so fast. Let me see if I could take as much as possible. We have Charles Bernard here says, good morning, Mary. What is the difference between bandits and terrorists? And what are the characteristics of terrorists and banditries don't have? This is to show the Nigerian government do not offer equal rights to their citizens. What did Igbos do? Did they tag them terrorists? Okay, thank you. Very enough what we are discussing. Thank you. Harry Ogaga from Pangro says, wow, the government has bagged the PhD in lying. Lying in what area? They make it clear now so that we'll know what you're talking about. I thank you very much for sending in your messages. Let me see if I could take a few more before we go this morning. Okay, this is from Dayo of Fagba. Says Dayo from Fagba, I think. Say, good morning, crew. I want to give credit to Senegal in their presidential election. I think this was a yesterday news. It's not in there. I didn't give it today. Thank you very much. I know it's good, but let's focus on what we're discussing today. Thank you for your contribution. Okay, I have this one. Says, good morning. It's Adeyemi Kamoru from Satellite Town. If Buhari had not started the practice of paying ransom, by now bandit adoption would have stopped. If Buhari had removed fuel subsidy, by now Nigerians would have stopped importation of fuel and would be exporting petrol. If Buhari had floated the naira instead of defending it with $1.5 billion every month, by now the naira would have been stabilized. Okay, thank you very much for sending your message. Okay, and thank you to you for being part of the conversation today on the program Front Page Review. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. I'll be here again tomorrow for another edition of the program. Keep it here. Do not change the dial. Coming up next is Ogendibo. This is the voice of the people, 90.3 FM.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We